morning today. Boom. And we'll revisit with the Five Tibetan Rituals. I know, Gus, I put your mat over there so you can lay down. The Five Tibetan Rituals, I look at them as sort of the rebel of the practice, because they are a little bit takes a little while to warm up to them. So we'll do what we did last week. We will start, just ease our way into them. So taking a comfortable Tadasana posture, mountain pose, and then take your thumb to your index finger and ring finger. This is Rudra Mudra. It's just fun to say, if nothing else. It is the mudra that represents Shiva. It is your inner power center. So standing in a relaxed stance, inviting the weight into the heels. Breathing in and breathing out. So the Tibetan rituals, it really is the endocrine system that we're working with. And in yoga, of course, that corresponds to the chakra system. The root chakra does the tip of the tailbone. Invite you to bring the breath all the way down into the root chakra. The element is earth. So feeling the groundedness, your legs and your feet, stability, strength. And we move up to the sacral chakra. Element of water, fluidity, sensory integration. So as you breathe in and out to the sacrum, and you sense that swirling, twirling, inherent here. It is what navigates the connection between the spine and the legs. And we move to the solar plexus, your city of jewels, and which is the one that this mudra corresponds to in particular. Action. The element is fire, turning on that inner fire. So this is a great both chakra to focus on and also the mudra, the thumbs, index finger, and ring finger touching. If you are experiencing dizziness, malaise, fatigue, what's that? I was just reading again more about long haul COVID. Sort of sums that up. So the yoga practice has many tools to offer when we are feeling kind of blah. We move to the heart chakra, breathing in and out of the heart. The element is space. I say that, take that back. The element is air. The heart and the lungs are to a great degree considered as one unit in yoga. Where the lungs are the seat of grief. The heart, seat of joy. Two sides of the same coin. Feeling, inviting the air quality, expansion. We move to the throat chakra, Shuddhi. Here the element is space. This chakra, of course, governs the thyroid, thymus, the parathyroid. It also governs the ability to speak our truth and to listen with an open mind and heart. And we travel to the third eye. The elements all come together. We'll relax Rudra Mudra, and we'll bring the palms together at heart center. The seed sound for the third eye is Om. So as we bring our hands into Anjali Mudra, the heart gesture, we'll join, chant Om 3 times to awaken our third eye. See clearly. Deep breath in. Bow your head, your mind to your heart, to your intention, your sankalpa, your seed. Seeds that become you. We are what we think, say, and do. And through the practice, we get to water these seeds, bring them into our conscious awareness again and again and again. We'll release the hands down and we'll draw the gaze up. Rooting down through the sits bones, but lengthening up through the crown of the head. So I know you're thinking, what? We didn't do the crown chakra. Take your fingers to the top of the head and then gently tap right at the top of the head. Awakening and opening crown chakra. So there, we're ready. Bring it on. And a little gentle massage, messing up the hair. And we'll release the arms down. So we'll go through the mobilizations again. Today we'll add Brahmari Mudra, sound of the female hummingbee. A word that ends in an I is a female notion. So Brahmari Mudra, keeping the lips closed but the teeth separated. When you're ready, we'll begin with the gentle bounce. We'll do about 3 times. So I'll turn sideways. You can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, pause on the in-breath. One more time. And that got everything moving. We increased the vibration in the body. So we'll start from the root and move our way up. Ankle rotation first. And again, I invite you to incorporate Brahmari Mudra here. And we'll go the other way. Switching. And switch. Take the feet together, bend the knees, place the hands on the knees, and I'll do knee rotation. So keep the feet flat on the mat. And again, Brahmari. Switch. And we're at the hips. Step the feet wider apart. Hands to the hips. And then flexion and extension. Taking a breath in. An arch. And a breath in, and then out breath. Curl back in, forward. And then opening up from this, letting your body lengthen back out. We'll go back one more time. Inhale, arch. This is the green light reflex. And delivering you right back to center. Let's take the hands on the shoulders. And then gently go from side to side, and we're adding Brahmari. And shoulder circles. Switch directions. And then we have arrived at the neck. And here we'll do the Brahma Mudra. I love this one. So it's where we do the sounds of A, turning the head, returning from the right. And then U, when we return from the left. We'll look up, return on E. And then we'll look down, and when we return back, so there's the Brahmari again. So take a breath in as you turn your head to the right. And inhale, turn your head to the left. Ooh. Inhale, looking up. And inhale, looking down. And here we are. How is your body feeling now? Great little snack just to pop in if you're feeling a little lethargic around, 3, 4 in the afternoon. Get things going. So the first of the Tibetans is the twirl or the slapper. So the variation, if you balance, it's a little off, standing with a wider stance, and then let your front arm as you turn hit your upper chest, and your back one slap your kidneys. Or for the full chakra tune-up, taking the arms out to the sides and spin clockwise. Getting the vortexes all a spinning. One is not better, it just is. And then as you come to stillness, standing in power pose. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. This pose literally increases testosterone, lowers cortisol. So it's a great anti-stress posture. You feel overwhelmed, strike the power pose. It's like, I got this. Next pose is knee lifts. So coming onto your back. I said knee lift, leg lift, but remember, if your low back is a little chatty today, I recommend that you keep your knees bent and lift either both legs, and if that causes jarring or discomfort, one leg at a time. And we lift on the in-breath, chin to chest, and knees towards your chest as well. Full pose, straight legs. And as you inhale, lifting, keeping the shoulders down, everything else lifts up. I mean, not the arms, they stay down too. Exhaling down, inhaling, lifting. And then do as many as is comfortable. Maybe 5, 6, maybe 9. So keeping the shoulders down as you practice. And be a good steward. Be kind, inhaling up, exhaling down. You can add a breath in between. Be present, be aware. And once you complete, so we work up towards 21 repetitions. Some teachers say you must do the same repetitions of each. Some teachers say, you can work them independently, but notice if there's one of these that you are not a big fan of, just make sure that that one doesn't get stuck behind the other ones, because all of these, they complement each other. Now I'm going to sneak the Jathara Parvatasana in here. So I'll take the arms out to the sides, palms facing down. I figure if I'm doing the long line, I might as well tend to my obliques too. Draw the knees together. And then exhale, take the knees towards the right. Keep the left shoulder down, inhaling up. Exhale to the other side. So this is not a Tibetan. The Tibetans do not have any rotations, just like sun salutations. So I figured that must have been huge oversight somewhere. So we are adding it in. When you come up to center, you can straighten your legs or you can keep them bent. Keep the opposite shoulder down. It's not about getting your knees to the floor. It's maintaining control. This invites more rotation up into the rib cage, facilitating breathing. So the knees stay together, traveling from side to side. I always think of the Tibetans as the rebels, which is the bewilderment factor of the 6 facets of wonder. Next time you come up to center from the left, let's take the legs down. And here's another one I'm going to squeeze in today, Shalabhasana. You know I'm a fan. This is the practice that helps stabilize the sacrum. So we'll take the hands down alongside the hips, lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. So this is a posterior tilt of the pelvis, and you inhale, lift the legs, and then heart, hands, and arms, and exhale, lowering down. Inhaling again, lifting up. Everything moves towards the midline and lowering down. Again, adding in maybe 2, 3, 4 more. Studying. What does it feel like? Make it pleasurable, delightful. You're on a date with the most important person in your life. I hope you're having a good time. When you have done your number, place the hands by the side chest, and we're going to press back to puppy pose. Tuck the toes under. Lengthen back. And we are ready for Ustrasana, camel pose. Always a crowd pleaser, right? Tuck the toes under. So this is a deviation from the classical Hatha Yoga execution. And that allows us to access the pressure point at the big toe, neck, which corresponds to our neck. So any tension here facilitates release. Hand position can be on the pelvis, help support the pelvis as we draw forwards. Remember your glutes or your BFF with back bends so that we don't over lumbar curve. We want the back bend up into the thoracic spine. This is a camel's hump. You can also interlace the fingers and straightening the elbows, more like the bridge variation. One is not better than the other, they just are. Draw the chin towards the chest, tailbone again, drawing down towards the knees. And then inhale, lift the heart and the head will float up. And exhale back to where we started, chin down. Inhale, lift the heart, squeeze the glutes. Can you feel them activating? And exhale, we return. Move at a pace that is comfortable for you. Exhaling home. Inhale, lift, balloon. It is the air quality that brings buoyancy to this pose. And as you decide, okay, that was probably good for me, we move to a seated posture. Reverse tabletop. Another crowd pleaser. Hands can come back. Knees can bend. That makes for a shorter lever to navigate. Hands can turn out. It's whatever is comfortable for you. Feel the shoulder blades drawn together on the back. That's crucial. That opens again at the front body. And that will start again here with the chin down towards the chest. And as you inhale, lift the heart and then the hips. If this is uncomfortable in your wrists, bridge pose is another variation. The full-on event is with straight legs, with the hands alongside the hips. So starting in Dandasana with the chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha, and then inhale, lifting up. As you come up, decide how far the head goes by, and then give a little squeeze at the top. And then exhale, returning to the starting position. So choosing the variation that works best for your body today. Is it enjoyable? There is no pose called Sukhasana. There is Dukhasana. Dukkha is suffering. Don't practice with suffering. Practice with joy, curiosity, and ease. So we're always modifying, continuing until you said, you know what, that was good. And just notice how many you're doing. And again, eventually working up to 21 repetitions. Which then gets us to our last Tibetan. See how quick this is? It's a great sort of middle of the week, Saturday morning practice. You say, I want to move. Movement is medicine. This is how our body squirt and releases and cleans up various parts. So this is the up dog, down dog variation. Again, if we're like, I'm going to take it a little easier today. All we're doing is flexion and extension of the spine. So let's just do a couple of cat and cows first and see how that feels. But remember, this is the funny one. The breath is opposite. I'm still trying to figure out why that is. So as you exhale, you're going to arch the back. And then inhale, you're going to round. I have asked many teachers. Some says, well, I don't know, and I don't care. So they do it the other way. I don't like to switch the rules around until I understand fully the purpose of something. So this variation is the gentlest. The next variation that I like to include also is the puppy cobra. Again, we'll switch the breath starting in puppy pose. We will exhale up to our tall cobra. And inhale back to puppy. That may be the happy place today. And if you'd like a little bit more turbo, then you will inhale back to downward facing dog. Exhale into upward dog. Again, do the one that feels best today. Yoga is self-exploration. Yoga is stilling up the mind. Yoga is a comfortable and steady posture, not an overwhelming affair. When you've had your fill, we'll take the knees down and we'll come into wide knee child's pose, Ardha Mukha Virasana. Breathing in and breathing out. And of course, if this is uncomfortable for the knees, happy baby pose is same. Pausing here. And then coming up into a comfortable seated posture. Now, if you have access to look out a window, I invite you to turn so you can gaze. So we will conclude or pre-conclude with the visual concentration. Dristi is in yoga the notice of gaze. Where is my gaze? And where the gaze goes, the mind goes. So we can use this very efficiently to help us hone concentration, the practice of dharana. So we start and we can bring our hands again into Rudra Mudra, thumb touching index finger and ring finger. And then closing your eyes and take 3 breaths while you focus on your inner sensations, your soma. After the 3rd breath, open your eyes, but keep your awareness on your physical self, your body. Take 3 breaths here. And then after the 3rd breath, you will switch your gaze to something about 5-10 feet in front. And you'll hold your focus on this point for 3 breaths. And then after the 3rd breath, now switch your gaze to as far as you can see, hence the reason for the window. But it may be just beyond the 5 feet-ish. So stretch your eyes. Take 3 breaths here. And then after the third breath, you'll broaden your view, panoramic view. So you look as wide as you can. Taking 3 breaths. After the third breath, closing the eyes, go back inside. And take 3 breaths, really dive into your inner landscape. Opening the eyes with a soft gaze, but maintain the focus on your bodily sensation. So it may be your fingers touching each other. It may be the hands resting on your thighs. And then we switch to that point, whatever you choose. Hold your gaze there. Hold your gaze as you breathe in and out. So now you've switched from an interior view to an exterior, using different parts of your brain. And then we will go over the horizon. Stretch your eyes as far as you can. And then panoramic. As wide as you can. After the third breath, closing the eyes again. And then bring your palms together and rub your palms. Creating some heat, some energy. And then cup your palms over your eyes. Sensing the heat, the darkness. Blink your eyes into the darkness. And then just give yourself a little facial massage around the temples, the cheeks, the jaw. And then grab at the top of the ear and then massage your entire way down. The ear, the spine of the ear corresponds to the spine of our body. So by massaging this, we can invite gentle ease into our spine. We will bring our palms together. And we will close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. And I invite you on the big Shanti, the first one, to place your awareness someplace in the world. Maybe you're holding the whole world in your awareness. And focus your mind there on the first one. In the second Shanti, our lives. Is there somebody in your life that needs a little bit of extra peace? And then the last Shanti, you draw that one inward, inside yourself, offering peace. Let's take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Thank you. Namaste.